Alright, I'd say we
Hello?
go... Ooh.
Hello? You haven't said a word since they got back from Halam. Future not so rosy?
Are you
Thought you
talking
had
to
both
me?
sides covered. That you were on your way back to...
Uh, yeah, I guess it would be smart to go to the War Council first. Or we could go and do some judgment. Let's be judgy first. I have a question before Dragon Age. I'd like to play with DOS 2, but I haven't played with the DOS 1 neither. What do you guys think? Is it worth to start with the first, or should I go immediately for the second? I think both DOS games are really nice, so I can recommend both. Um, you can play them easily independently from each other, so they are not really connected. Like, they are over 1000 years apart, so if you play the first one first, you see some Easter eggs in the second referencing some stuff. But yeah, both are really great. The second one, at least in my opinion, is a little bit better. Or not a little bit, is better. The first one is good, the second one is really great. Um, so yeah, if you feel in the mood for the first, I'd go for that. Otherwise, just go for the second, and if you like it, you can still go to the first one and then play that. Alright, let's judge.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having
Josephine is not
difficulty
amused.
freeing trade routes, formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So, they ask that we judge her.
Are we judging her corpse, basically? Is that what's inside the crate? Oh boy. And you're welcome. If you play it, let me know how you like it. I do hope you'll do another VG3 playthrough at some point. A lot has been changed since the first playthrough you did. I'm definitely planning on doing that. I'm not really sure when I will do that, but I really want to go for a Dark Urge playthrough. Still a Redemption one. I can't do evil playthroughs, so... but definitely planning on doing that. I don't know, let's see if they're going to do like an enhanced edition or something like with DOS 2 or DOS 1. Not really sure, because they are pushing out so many patches already.
Are you serious? I did my part. She's dead.
Fly sounds.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Oh. What a nice odor. Why are we doing this? Huh. Is a precedent?
Strangely enough, something similar happened to an uncle of Emperor Leandra II. His trade routes were returned to the reigning monarch. Why don't we just follow suit?
A wise choice. Thank you for making it swiftly.
Yeah. Like someone is hurt in that box, and smell a bit. I don't think hurt covers it, to be honest. Let's see if Josephine has something new to say.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
I mean... there was a murder in front of the whole ballroom, right? It makes sense that they are shocked.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment. How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
I mean, that's actually serious, but it sounds kind of funny. I'm so disappointed in you dying. Nothing that can't be fixed with a bandage and some super glue. Depends. Do you want her as a zombie? Then yes.
Celine trusted me, us, to help her.
She trusted she could use us. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't be too much instability for the region.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history.
With Celine gone, I don't know if it will be for the better or the worse. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening.
Ever the storyteller. Would be boring, right? To just tell what actually happened. Need to add some details. Let's see what's going on with our council.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Ambassador Briala has not forgotten her debt. You may count on aid from Orlais.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Nice. That actually sounds like we're getting some ground, right?
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
At the same time, I don't feel like we're ready to already go for the big strike. On the other hand, we have to act, right?
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
And that definitely looks more like Morrigan's style of dressing up. That's so cool to see her. But I mean, then again, what is she using the Inquisition for? What is her aim in this whole thing? Because I mean, of course she's doing it for some personal gain.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Let's be as mysterious as possible. Oregon is not exactly known for charity law. Yeah, exactly.
This is an Eluvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
What is very interesting is that Meryl actually, I mean, is also trying in Dragon Age 2 to restore one of those Eluvians. It is much smaller, right? Like, much, much smaller.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Eluvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be,
Close blue.
where does it lead?
so cool. And hi Turl, nice to see you. How are you? And I expected some fanboying and fangirling for Morrigan in the chat, so don't worry. Let's see where it leads to. And Corypheus really seems to enjoy messing with elven artifacts, right? Because, I mean, the anchor already is also like another elven artifact.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
And it seems to be basically...
I call it the Crossroads.
Yeah.
A place where all Eluvians join, wherever they might be.
A teleportation network, basically, right? Which could be both very, very handy, but probably also very, very dangerous, especially if Corypheus got hold of it. Which is interesting. I do wonder how much Meryl knew about the Eluvian. Like, did she expect it to be like basically a teleporter? And I mean, wow. Well, well. I mean, we destroyed it, so we won't know. Hi Mana-chan, nice to see you. I'm tired today because my cat had zoomies last night. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope your cat is better and you also got at least some sleep. So, yeah. And also did go to bed a bit late because I had to finish my BD3 playthrough. Nice! How was it? And how was the epilogue? Hope you had fun. Oh Morrigan, the correct reaction. The interesting thing is, you can, like, put so much different emotions into Oh Morrigan.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
I wonder how Morrigan got hold of her Eluvian. And also how she restored it.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
I wonder why she needed sanctuary. From what? Or from who?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Yeah, but we can't ask who or what hunted her. I mean, you can decide what you do with Flemeth in the first game. I think from what we selected for the world state, I think we didn't kill her. In this playthrough, at least. And I mean, yeah, as you say, Flemeth comes back in Dragon Age 2 anyway. I mean, at least from what I know about Dragon Age Origins, I don't see too much reasons to kill Flemeth. Like, I don't know. Also, Morrigan and Flammer seem to be very similar. So it feels kind of odd, without having played the game, to side with Morrigan against Flammer.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Eluvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
What kind of key?
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Eluvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Oh, you played Redemption Dirge with gay romance? Nice. I mean, gay romance is always nice. And I imagine Redemption Dirge is also pretty cool. Professor Husband Gale. Nice.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh. Like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Eluvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
I think... Do you see that one in the background? With the dragon, I think, like
You have
winded
made
around
Corypheus
it? I think
desperate,
that one was
Inquisitor.
Meryl's.
We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Like just a moment ago you could see it. I wonder what kind of place it is. If it's like close to the Fade, but it's not the Fade? Huh. Very interesting, and I guess now we know where to go and why to stop Corypheus once more. And after this playthrough, I'm really liking Gay's Romance more than Astarion's. Aww. I've never played Astarion's Romance, but I just saw some of the parts. But I mean, you know me, Gale is my number one. Hey Morgan, how about we talk a little? And she's gone.
'Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit. Occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
Interesting that she also knows about the past. Yeah. We can ask that.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I mean, we were lucky to find it is kind of wrong, right? Because I mean, Solas found it. And also didn't really tell us why he knew about the place in the first place.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. I know you did not want me here, Inquisitor. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I'm just a little bit suspicious of you, but that's more like an outgame thing, I think.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that with Dorian. Then the world is going to end.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
May you want to turn around? Or am I just talking to your back?
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. Leniana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
That is a very good question. I mean, already the Inquisition is quite the force to be reckoned. Like, both regarding military, but also, like, politically. I guess once we're done with our task, there are probably many forces wanting to take us down.
We have to defeat him first, then I'll worry about what's next.
Should that happen, the world will lie at your feet, more or less. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
Is she talking about herself to some degree?
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kukari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
Yeah. You won't know Morrigan's plans until they hit you in the face. Yeah, I think that's in general the danger about Morrigan.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
Yeah, and I guess also being quite powerful, like being the daughter of Flemeth, also helps a lot.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. The moment Celine perished, my time in court was done. I do not miss it overmuch.
I mean, then again, I do remember that last time, I mean, she always joins you, so no matter the outcome, even if Celine survives.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We did not part on good terms. I regret a great deal, but that, most of all. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
Interesting. I wonder why they parted on bad terms.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
Huh. Anyway, let's have a look around if there's something else. Yeah, we're not gonna pick up some more special shipments. Cassandra, Sarah, Iron Bull. Blackwell is not anymore around in the stable. Somewhere else. Cullen, Cole, Morrigan, Josephine, Vivian, Varric, Dorian, Solus, Liliana. Seems like Blackwell's not around anymore. Let's have a look at his usual place. Ah, that's an exclamation mark. There he is. You're not on the map, my friend. That seems very tense.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Oh.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
That's horrible.
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
Why are you telling me this gruesome story?
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
I wonder where he's going to go with that point.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
That was kinda random. And now we're in the bar.
Empress of fire in the reign of the lion. Eclipsing the eye.
Do we learn in Inquisition what happened with the kid Morrigan conceived of Alistair? Ah, true, you can do that in the end, right? At least while setting up this world state, I decided against it, cause... yeah... no idea what Morrigan was going to do with that child. And... yeah, using it for her own ends. I don't know. So yeah, it's not in this world state.
You have to admit, it looks bad.
It looks like a lot of things, except what you're thinking.
Who? Where's Blackwall? Did he just vanish?
Just trusted that our
Hello?
show up.
We just talked, dude. Where are you? The kid always ends up with Morrigan. The only father figure he can have is the Maygrey Warden. Join Morrigan in her travels. Huh. I mean, that's also part of what she wants to do, right? Like, for her to keep the child. And says something like, you shouldn't concern yourself with why. Oh, a message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to knock right away. To know. Maybe I should move the cursor. To know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. Okay, did he just vanish? What the heck? Did you see something?
Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition. And lucky you have me. Mountain air like this, not healthy for many animals. but I'll make do with your little fortress.
We can't ask him.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Was that weird story about the dog something about setting something right? Position messenger.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
What the heck?
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us
Yet.
search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
A crumpled report. A crumpled sheet of paper. It looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Sarah Monet, one of the soldiers responsible for the Kalia massacre of 937, was captured in Lights. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Monet insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Thom Rainier, is still at large. Monet is to be executed within the week in Val Rio. Also, Morrigan definitely cares for the child. That is good, cause, I don't know, at least from how it sounds in the beginning, it really sounds like just a means to an end.
Of course.
Okay, I'd say let's have a look for Blackwell. We didn't even finish Memories of the Grey. Attend morning's execution. How fun. And it's been quite a while since we went to Vareo. Maybe before we do that, we should go to the war table and just start some operations. Of course, we didn't do that in quite some time. Of course, we spend our time
Inquisitor.
just playing the Elysian game. Who are you?
Lady Montillier, hold a moment.
Oh well. No one important, I guess. Just some servant or... I don't know. Ooh, nice, we got another perk. Right, more focus.
Are the soldiers ready?
As ready as they can be. We're asking a lot of them.
Another alliance. Rewards off with some influence. Draw out the Red Templar Lieutenant. We have the name of the Red Templar Lieutenant who was dealing with Maleficent and the Freemen. Carole. He's expected to be at the Lion's Pavilion 2 days from now. Do what is necessary to stop him, but for my sake, make it quick. I knew him once, a long time ago. Cullen. Nice. I wonder if that's a quest or something. Some support from Navarra. And I think that's it. Let's have a look at what we can start. We can annex Kirkwall? Sebastian Vale. The worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the mage who started it all, who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Clerk Alfina and dozens of the innocent faithful, is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though he may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders. But Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance opposes me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all of the free marchers. As a staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat your support for this endeavor, that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. Yeah, Sebastian. Why don't they let me conquer them? I'm just doing it for their own good. We are not doing this mission. Requires time 15.5 hours. Okay.
Let us begin.
Missing assassin, word from the crows. At least that's fast.
Let's see what we have.
Assassin. Ooh, Zevran Aranai. Also another companion from the first game. My dear Liliana, your Inquisition is working with the crows. I ask only because I have maybe removed one of the assassins from your employ. If I'd known the man was yours, I would have at least let him finish the contract. And no matter, allow me to make it up to you. You know I would do a much better job than the crows, and I am far more pleasing to work with, no? As a favor to a friend, I charge only a fraction of the price. Well,
work?
I guess we're getting a new agent. Defeat Carol. That doesn't sound like a very intimidating name, I'm sorry. Anyway, we are going to go for the execution first. Here. Off we go with Dorian, Cassandra, and Cole. Yeah, Blackwall is gone. Our Dragon Karen. Right. I mean, Carol is not as bad as Karen, but well. It's so nice how many more new things you can do in BG3.